Welcome to my side of the internet. As most of you know, I am completely deaf and my vision is very, very limited. I do have cochlear implants, which allow me to have a pretty much normal hearing experience. However, there is a delay, so it's not perfect. And with my vision, I'm completely blind in my left eye. And I am almost completely blind in my right eye. I have such a small line of peripheral vision and my distance vision is very poor. And a lot of people have misconceptions about being blind or being deaf or being both blind and deaf. A lot of people assume that when you are deaf, you just hear nothing, and that's not true. In the sense of being deaf where you can't hear, yes, it is true, but it's not that you hear nothing, it's just there's nothing to hear. So basically, when you're deaf, in my case, I put on my cochlear implants and I can hear pretty much everything. When I take them out, it is more than dead silence. It is just nothing. I'm going to attempt to do a little real-life simulation here. It's not going to be perfect because nothing can prepare you for what it's like to be deaf. However, I'm going to do my best. This will work best if you have headphones on, earbuds in, and if you aren't able to do that, just try to be in a quiet place. So basically, if you are in a quiet room, you pretty much hear nothing. However, you can still tell that you have hearing. You can feel your nerves there. You can hear the wind, the air moving. You can hear maybe an air conditioner and a heater moving. You can hear just little tiny things that classify as silent, but are still there enough to let you know that your hearing abilities are still intact. However, if you are deaf, you don't hear anything at all. And it is to the point where you are aware that you don't have any hearing ability. You can tell that your nerves are damaged. Your nerves are not there. Being deaf sounds like this. It's this versus this. There is a big difference there. And if you cannot tell the difference, I apologize because this is a very hard simulation to present, but that's what being deaf sounds like. Or doesn't sound like. Yeah. Now, moving on to the blind aspect of it. So, for people who have normal sight, if you close your eyes, your eyelids are basically what you see are like a dark pink color. And that is the light perception going through your eyelids. People who do not have light perception and are blind don't have that. And a lot of people assume that when you are blind and when you don't have light perception, all you see is blackness. And that's not true. When you are blind, it's not that you see blackness, it's just that you see nothing. And you can't really do a simulation for this because there's nothing that can simulate that. I could cover up the screen, but that would just be black, and that's not what people who are blind see. So I'm going to try to do a little bit of an analogy, and this kind of goes along for both the blind and hearing aspect of things. If the previous simulation for the hearing did not work for you, this one might work a little bit better. If you stick your arm out so that it's not touching anything, it's not touching you, it's not touching a table, it's not touching anything but the air, you can feel the air particles touching your skin. There is nothing touching you, yet you are still able to tell that you have sense. Nothing is touching you, yet you still feel that you have sensation in your arm and on the surface of your skin. However, if your arm is numb and you hold it out in front of you, you cannot feel anything. There is a difference. You can tell, even when nothing is touching you, when you have sensation and when you don't have sensation. That is what it's like to be blind and deaf. When you're blind and deaf, It's not that you hear nothing. It's not that you see nothing. It's not that you see black. It's not that you hear silence. It's just your nerves are dead and you have no sensation whatsoever. That's what it's like to be blind to deaf. You hear nothing. So, I feel like I'm failing at this. This is so hard to explain. This is totally gonna go on the bloopers at the end. I forgot what I was saying. You can feel the air particles. You can feel the air particles touching your skin, and you have no sensation whatsoever. Whatsoever. What? Wait, what? Whatsoever? Oh, I can't do this.